Hey, how's it going? Brian Bowman here. And what if I told you there's a word that is so powerful, it can affect the kinds of people you like? Research shows that it can affect the kinds of foods you like. It can affect what you do for a living, where you live, and many of the major decisions that you'll make in your life. What if I told you there was a magic word? We've been told the magic word is please, but what if there's another word that could affect all those things? Well, there is a word, and you probably have guessed it. That word is your name. I was reading an article in Psychology Today, and they were talking about the power of your name. It's pretty amazing. So check this out. These were some stats that I found on there. There's research that shows that if your parents named you Denise, you are more likely to grow up to become a dentist than a lawyer. If your parents named you Harry, you are more likely to run a hardware store, while your friend Rodney is more likely to do roofing. Chris prefers Coke to Pepsi, and the state of Georgia has 88% more people named Georgia living in it than it should, based on predictions of relative proportions. So what does all that mean? Well, this is all correlation, right? So first of all, you are not bound to your name, but there's a lot of power in your name. There's been a lot of research done about this. And what I want to talk about is the power of names, because the words that we use, the names we give to things are super powerful. In fact, they can even be a strategy statement. So if you know anything about Thomas Edison, you know that he tried 10,000 times before he figured out how to create the light bulb. And we think of Thomas Edison as this scientist in a lab, in this dark lab, working out his inventions, trying to figure out how to get the light bulb to work. And the truth is actually very different than that. He was actually more of a CEO than anything. He ran a research and development lab. He had a team of experimenters just constantly cranking out experiments, trying things, breaking things, making patents. And he named those experimenters muckers. Muckers, Muckers, muckers. Now, that just sounds like a random name, but it actually is it's ingenious. It's actually a strategy statement. So imagine these muckers are all working and they face this critical decision in their day where they have to decide, do we experiment and keep breaking things, or do we optimize and make this thing more refined, more beautiful, more perfect? Well, the answer is obvious, for them at least. They're muckers. And what do muckers do? They muck. They break things, they experiment, and they just keep going. They keep creating stuff. So without having to have a formal list of things that they do and don't do, the name itself has so much power, and actually is a strategy statement. I think about, for us, and this is something I would have you consider in your business. We don't do done for you, yet everyone all of our customers in our company, they are clients. I call all of our customers clients. Internally in the company, everyone's a client. If you've ever done business with us, you've ever bought any of our products, you're part of any of our masterminds, anything, you are a client to us. Now, what's the difference? It's just a word, right? Customer, client, it's all the same thing. Well, I'd have you consider calling all of your customers clients. A customer is a transactional relationship. I give you money, you give me product. A client is someone that sees you as an advisor. They see you as a trusted advisor. You develop a relationship with a client. You sell stuff to customers. So there is this power in words. And sometimes they can be strategic statements. Sometimes they're just things that put us in the right frame of mind so that we don't have to have a to-do list, of yes and no's and what we do and don't do, right? You treat a customer a certain way, you treat a client a very, very different way. And at least in our organization and in my mind, when I think of a client, they're at a different level. It's just a different level of relationship. So I would encourage you, even in your company, even in your business, no matter if you're a solopreneur, if you're just getting started, if you're a big company, start thinking of your customers as clients, because there's a lot of power in that name. Now, as we keep thinking about the power in a name, I want you to expand that out, not just to your clients, but also expand it out to your products. I've shared this example with some of our mastermind students in the underground mastermind and in our intensive program. of products that we've been a part of that we've either had or whenever we've done consulting for clients, where we're looking at multi-packs that they have. And one of the things I always do is I look, and this is a tip, this is a very practical thing that you can start using. And it's like a rule I live by. I name everything because of this power of name. So what I mean by that is, imagine you come to a page and you have the choice. So you're on a sales page or you're on a product page and you have the choice between the single pack, the 2-pack, or the 3-pack. Okay, simple enough. If I want 3 of them, I'm going to go with the 3-pack. Okay, well, let's tie. Instead of doing that, that's good. Let's be better. Take the promised benefit, right? The feature is, right, you get 3 of them. Take the promised benefit of that thing and name it based on that benefit. So for example, if you have a set of facial skincare products and you have a 1-pack, then that's the starter kit, let's say. You have a 3-pack, that's the rejuvenation kit, right? That's the refresher kit. That's the moisturizing set. Name it something, because there's a power in a name. When we hear the name of something, for me, and a lot of people that I've shared this with have said, like, yes, I agree. And maybe you feel this, a 3-pack versus a rejuvenation kit, a 3-pack versus the fresh start pack. There's like an intangible, there's like an intrinsic value that gets attached to the name of something. So I would highly encourage you to start naming your products. And there's a company, it was the, what is the name of this company? I always forget the name. And it was an old mail order catalog and it still exists. It's the I'm just drawing a blank, and it's because I'm in the moment here. And I just can't think of it, but they gave all of their names products. So it wasn't just a jacket. It was like the lone Safari Explorer jacket, right? It had a name and it had a story too, which was even cooler. So it wasn't just a bracelet. It was like the Catalina's bracelet or something. And it had a name and a story to it. So you can really take this much bigger. And the bottom line is you add more intrinsic value to the thing. It's not just another run-of-the-mill bracelet, another run-of-the-mill supplement, whatever it is. And I'm not saying you don't have to go to that extent, right? You don't have to change the name of all your products. However, I highly encourage you with your multi-packs and bundles and things that you bundle together, especially, one of the things we love to do with offers is take a physical product and bundle in. So let's say you sell exercise bands. Also, but create an offer, not just a product, right? One of your 5 propositions, create an irresistible offer. So your offer could be the bands. Then you could bundle in a 21-day challenge to get fit. And you could also have a sample from somebody you partner with, a sample of a set of supplements. And you call that whole offer. First of all, it's going to increase your profit margin, right? Because you're adding in some digital and information component. So now you can charge more, but your hard costs don't change. And you got the sample for free on the supplement. So now this whole bundle is now called the 2020 Get Fit off like pack, or I'm just making stuff up off the top of my head, but you get where I'm going with this. It's no longer just some bands, some workouts, and some protein powder. All together, it becomes an irresistible offer, and you actually start tapping into the unique value proposition of that offer because you gave it a name, and now the intangible value of this thing is so much more, it dwarfs the price. And that's how you start selling your stuff and transforming people's lives. Because at the end of the day, that's the purpose of what you and I do. So, so the most important name, or the most important word, the magic word, please is amazing. Thank you is really good. But the most important word is somebody's name. It's your name. It's my name. And with that, we should all make an effort to remember people's names. When we talk with people, remember their names, write it down, use it often, and be amazed by the results. Be amazed by the connections you make with people. Be amazed by how they feel like their voice is heard. This is something that I make a point of. And if I ever see you in person, I will absolutely make a point to remember your name because I know the power of that. I know how it makes you feel. I know how it makes me feel. And I think we need a little more of some good feelings and taking care of each other in this world. So when you see someone, remember their name, use it often, and use the power of words and the power of names in your business. It's something that no one uses, and can be a huge competitive advantage and just make you feel really, really good. So, all right, have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. I appreciate you, and we'll talk soon. All right, bye.